We'll let people want to float.
Yeah, I should have grabbed yours. Cheers. It's the rum.
Is it the rum?
Or the wind.
Well, good evening, everybody. So here's an impromptu live me and GMA Rides together. Me and GMA Rides together.
Amen to that.
Pay her no attention. She's trying to get me drunk.
I'm doing a good job of it, I might add.
So welcome to the channel. Very impromptu live tonight. Just jumping on. Welcome in Doc, Chasing Ghost, Buck, Jeff Johnson. Welcome in, guys. Hope you guys are having a great night. It's a Monday. Some of us have to work.
Some of us don't.
Chasing Ghost and Buck. Who won? Jeff says, welcome to Mississippi, Gma.
Thank you. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
She got here. I fed her a nice grilled chicken, potato, and broccoli dinner.
First healthy food I've had since I left home Tuesday.
So what have you been eating since you've been on the road?
Well, my daughter made me some dried fruit snacks, so I guess I have been eating kind of healthy. So I had some dried fruit snacks, I had some pepperoni sticks, I had a couple of apples in there, some corn dogs, cheese puffs. I like cheese puffs because you can stuff them in your face while you're rolling down the road.
They melt in your mouth.
They do. And I don't recommend chocolate while you're traveling when it's warm out because it gets messy. I had some licorice for lunch the other day. I had half of a ham sandwich, but it turned out to be uneventful. I didn't really like it. So I'll have to have another ham sandwich before I leave. And I've also had some salad, so I guess I haven't been totally unhealthy.
We'll have to. So I got to work tomorrow, so
I'm sorry.
Diana Pilly and the Sal's going to be driving her around, take her to lunch, take her to Tops. So yeah, Diana, take her to Tops tomorrow, get her a brisket sandwich, or get her a pulled pork sandwich, or a pulled chicken sandwich, chicken nachos, pulled pork nachos. Anything they have is awesome there. So you're going to have some fun while you're here.
I'm going to have a great time. I'm going to take Diana out and we're going to just do stuff.
And go to the flea market.
Yeah, that too. And yes, I know, I have the bright cheek thing going on. I don't know if it's the rum or it could be because it was very warm out for the last 6 days, kind of, the last few days. So I was riding with my windscreen open, and so it might be a little bit of wind burn.
A little bit of sun.
Or the rum.
Nah.
I don't know.
Rum's good for you.
Rum is good for you.
Cleans out your kidneys.
Yeah.
So everybody, so Gma left last Tuesday
10:30.
to try to get here.
Yep.
And has been going through some shady ass places. So tell us about some of the places you went through. You told me this story. This is some good stuff. So
Oh, you want to hear the story about the guy that thought he should ride my motorcycle?
I do. Tell us that story.
Okay. So I pulled into, I think it was Tripp's Harley Davidson in Amarillo. So she said, well, don't go to the motel next door because that's sketchy. So go to the Red Roof down the road. And I did. And they were very nice in the office there. But, I mean, I've been instructed to check the oil on my motorcycle 5 minutes after I turned it off. So took the first load in after I parked the bike. I'm out and I've locked up the ignition. And I'm just getting ready to check the oil. And this guy comes up and he pops out of the car right next to me. And he says, give me the keys. I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you the keys. And I kind of smiled because I thought he was, I thought he was being an asshole, to tell you the truth. Oh, is it too soon?
We're fine.
Okay, good.
That's why I play music in the beginning. I know I'll time you out.
I know, right? So anyway, and then he had a big guy on the other side of the car with him. So I'm like, you know, my room is just over there. I left the door open. If things get really sketchy, I can run over there and slam the door and call 911. It didn't come to that. Don't worry, people. I'm fine. So the guy stands there and we do a little bit of back and forth about, no, give me the keys. I want to take it for a ride. And I'm like, no, that is not going to happen. So I finished what I was doing and just kind of posted up on the guy a little bit. And he sat in the car, closed the door, and continued his conversation apparently with his friend. Another guy had walked by and asked me if he could hop on the back of the bike. And by this time, I'm like, what the F is going on here? I thought this was a nice place. And so he wanted to hop on the back. The other guy just flat wanted to take the bike for a ride. And somebody else offered the opinion that he thought the bike was too big for me. Which I'm like, well, you know, 9,000 miles later, I would beg to differ, buddy. And so it was eventful. There were 4 weird interactions all in the space of 10 minutes. So I was a little alarmed. So I wasn't really extremely alarmed, but I was alarmed enough that I was like, yeah, it's weird here. Weird guys. So someone went into protective mode, and the next thing I know, I'm getting all my crap into my motel room, and I'm locking it up after I've locked everything up on the bike and covered it. And he's like, what's going on? Where are you? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine.
I had the feeling. And she hadn't,
problem handled.
Yeah, she hadn't texted me for probably like 4 or 5 hours, but all of a sudden I was like, something's wrong. I could feel it.
It was the spidey sense thing.
My rainy sense was tingling.
Yeah, we share a cosmic link. It's just kind of weird.
There we do.
Yeah. So, but anyway, everything else about the motel was pretty uneventful, other than that, and their breakfast the next morning being kind of weird. But I went in to check out the next day, and lo and behold, who do you think is behind the desk?
Dickhead.
Dickhead was behind the desk. And he said, still not going to let me take that bike for a ride? And I said, not on your life. And I left. But yeah, so that was just one daily encounter. It was fun though. I mean, these are the things that make going out and going on a road trip by myself interesting and entertaining and adventurous and fun. I mean, I enjoyed it, you know, and stuff like this happens occasionally when you're out and about. And if it was a boring night, I would have just gone in my motel room and sat and watched TV, and where's the fun in that?
Yeah, if it's a story, I mean, if you live through it, you have a story to tell.
There you go, and I did, obviously.
If you die, it's a better story. You just don't get to tell it.
Well, you know, and there's enough people tracking me on Google Maps right now, and thankfully, I'm pretty sure my kids are not watching this live stream and probably will never see it. But, yeah, so there's like 5 people tracking me on Google Maps right now. So if I wind up disappeared, I know, number 1, that Rainey is close enough. He would have come and hunted my ass down. Number 2, my family at home would have wondered where the heck I was, because my daughter likes to call me every day and check in on her way home from work. My grandson is watching my dogs, and he sends me Snapchats of Bubba every day, which makes me not quite so homesick. I'm just kind of fibbing. I'm not really all that homesick.
I have 2 animals here for her to play with.
This is true. Fine. And the cat has already been all over my stuff on the bed, so it is okay.
Sharing that happy glitter.
Anyway, how was your day, Rainey?
I worked.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh.
So yeah, I got one guy out for vacation, one guy out for emergency leave, and then the other guy called in sick.
Oh.
So we got to work, and the guys were kind of worried about, oh my God, we're here and we're short. And I'm like, we do what we can do. We're all going home at 2:30 either way, so let's roll.
That's nice, because
We knocked it out.
you know, when I worked for a living, if there was not enough people to take over doing our job, we had to stay. We just got mandatory.
Well, they shut the lights off at 2:30 no matter what.
I like that.
No, we had compartment lights, so
Yeah.
let's see. So production shuts down at like 2:15.
Uh-huh.
So the things we have to do at the end of the day, we can usually knock out by 2:30, 2:45, 3. I'm usually out of there by 3 o'clock.
Oh, that's cool.
And if it's something really hectic, I'll keep the guys and we'll just knock something out. But being the kind of facility we are, to run anything, you've got to have QA on site. They've got to be there to test.
Oh.
So once QA goes home, you're done. You can do some maintenance, you can do some light greasing or something, but you can't run anything.
Uh-huh. I'm just checking up at the chats and seeing what's going on over there.
Yep. Neil jumped in. Welcome, Neil. Dry Heat Doug jumped in. Journey Jerry's in. We got a party going on now.
Hey.
So yep, this is good. I've got some good stuff planned. Here's the thing about somebody just coming to visit you for a few days. You have so many things that you want them to see, and you want to show off your hometown and do cool stuff. So I'm still, the only for sure thing is that we're going to leave Thursday sometime, probably noon, to go down to Birmingham to get into the hotel, really.
Yeah.
Once we get to the hotel, the only thing to do is to go to Buc-ee's and buy T-shirts.
Yep.
And buy some nuggets.
Yep.
So Thursday morning, I'm going to get up, make her a nice apple baby, maybe some bacon, maybe a hash brown casserole.
Yee. Not too many carbs.
How about how about this? We do the apple baby Wednesday morning
Okay.
with some bacon.
Okay.
I have bacon.
Okay.
And then Thursday morning we can do eggs and hash brown casserole.
As long as it's not too much of it.
You can stop eating at any time.
Yeah.
It looks like so
theoretically.
somebody came to test drive my R1100 one time, and they're like, "I've heard this is way too torquey in the corners." And I'm like, "It's only as torquey as you make it. You can get back off that throttle at any time."
Yes, you can. Although, do I?
No.
No, I don't.
But
You
you
know
know,
this.
food's the same way. It is like,
Yeah.
I'll tell my wife, "You packed me way too much food." She goes, "Well, just
Hey,
don't eat it
Layla.
all." And I'm like, "Too late."
Yeah, I did discover that Alabama and Arkansas drivers are fucking right on the money. They will rat out those police on the interstate in a New York second. And every time Google Maps pops up with, there have been police reported in the area. Sure as crapping.
Yep. Are they still there? Yes,
They're still there. And as a matter of fact, one of them went right by me and snagged somebody else. How excited was I?
Yep.
Because I had just backed it down from an alleged speed violation.
Now, here's the thing. You can go, and that's why you can usually get away with like 8, 9 over, because there's always one dude that wants to go 20 or 30 over.
I'm that person.
And it's like, now if I'm in, again, I got caught in probably the luckiest I've ever been. So the first time I got a really big ticket was I was 19, had a Mustang, I had a 79 Mustang Fastback, and I was going so fast, the cop stops me and he goes, "You know how fast you're going?" And I said, "No, sir." He goes, "Me neither. The radar only goes up to 99.
I'm sure it goes faster than that now.
Well, he said, "Why?" Oh yeah.
Hey, Dragon.
This was in 1989. So he asked me, he said, "Why are you going so fast?" And I said, "Well," I said, "I'm leaving for the Navy in a week and I'm trying to see as many people as I can." He looks at me and goes, "I was in the Navy."
Ah.
And I'm like, okay. He goes, "I'll tell you what, I'll write you 10 over. Don't contest it." And I said, "Yes, sir." So that was a good thing. Lala, welcome in. Attorney of Jerry.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of discussion about a Grom here. You guys are going to have a great time at the camp out.
You guys will.
Yes.
You guys will.
Make lots of memories for us.
Yeah, it's just not going to work for us, but we're trying to make our own memories.
Yep.
And it's cool sometimes just to get away with that 1 or 2 people and have a really cool time. And so.
And I'll be at the camp out at some point again.
Yeah.
Just not this time.
The camp out, I think, it gets overwhelming sometimes. There's just so many people there, you don't get to, and
well,
you don't want to, it's like that fear of missing out. You don't want to stop.
Yeah.
So then you end up overdoing it, and the next morning you can't get up and all the cool things are happening, and then you're really tired, and then you're kind of groggy and you miss a lot of things.
Well, you know, the first camp out I went to was that one where there was like, 500 people, they said, the first time I met you. And it was ginormous, and it was like there were so many people there. And I know you probably don't believe this, but I have a little bit of social anxiety. I'm kind of shy sometimes. But anyway, so my best way of moving through that is I don't sit down. I'm kind of like a shark. And so I went in the kitchen because everybody eats at some point. So I knew I'd meet everybody in there. And I pushed myself into a situation where I can be helpful. And the kitchen at the camp out is perfect because people come in, you feed them, they move on. It's great. And so I really enjoyed that. And I did it again the second time I went. And when I go back again, I'll do it again. But in the meantime, don't miss me too much.
You're gonna have a hiatus and a timeout.
I am.
So
people have tried to put me in timeout before, and that hasn't really worked. No. Yeah, but anyway, also I wanted to share that Joe told me about a motel by Fort Smith, small, locally owned, and you have to check my channel later for the intel on that and the name of it, but small, locally owned motel, privately owned, I might say. Really nice, clean rooms, good price, just outside of Fort Smith. And yeah, they were so nice there last night. Not at all like, let me ride your motorcycle. And really well situated, right across from a Wendy's over here and McDonald's over here and gas on both sides. And the interstate was just over there, so it was perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It never bothers me. I think it's kind of fun sometimes, let's in a hurry, for when the guys come up and you got the two guys. You know, you got the guy that comes up and says, "Oh my God, I had a friend that got killed on a motorcycle."
Oh yeah.
And then you have the old guy that limps up and goes, "I used to have a motorcycle."
Yep. And that's who I want to talk to.
Yeah. So it doesn't bother me when that guy comes up and wants to talk about, you know, his 68, you know, Harley or his 68 Honda Dream 350.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I love hearing these old people.
I will chat with them every time.
Because they're so excited and there's a fire in their eyes when they talk about it.
Yes, Doc, I really am a grandma. But it was kind of funny because like I was having a gas stop and some out of helmet time at a rest station, and this lady was looking at my bike, and you know, I'm from Washington and I'm a little bit far away from home, so everybody always comments on that. And so that's my opener for a conversation, and hey, can I give you a sticker? So this lady said, yeah, my husband had a motorcycle, but it's sitting in the garage. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, that's too bad. She goes, well, no, not really. I mean, he had double knee surgery about 3 years ago, and he's just waiting to get fully recovered to get back on it. And as a matter of fact, I remember where that was. It was in Winslow, Arizona, because we chatted while we were taking our picture standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. And I took some pictures for them, and then they took pictures for me, and you know, I stood in front of the flatbed Ford, and it was. Have you ever been to Winslow?
No.
Well,
no.
You know, that's that much closer to me.
I saw you standing on the corner.
That's right.
And I saw the flatbed Ford.
There was a couple of drunk ass guys there doing a live stream, and I tried to chat them up, and they were having none of it. So I was like, obviously, I'm really too old to have any kind of game anymore. So I was a little bit downtrodden. I've
seen you at the camp out. The guys like to play a game on you. I've seen people trying to game on you. You can't. No, don't tell me that. You're just the wrong time.
But anyway.
Dragon Paradox. We're going to the WERA. So anybody that saw the interview with Itty Bitty Race Committee, the father and daughter, they're racing there that weekend. So the father had broken his shoulder bone and his clavicle.
Oh man.
And so they're going to be. This will be his first race back in the series. And she's just kept climbing up and up and up. Now, obviously, because the pit crew can work on just her bike, not his, so she's getting better. So they'll both be there, and they both told me they'll get me in the pit and interview people, and we can walk around in the pit. But you know, there's going to be so much to do there that weekend. We're going to have the museum, obviously, and then they're going to have the WERA races. Yeah, and the races are going to go all weekend. I think the races are going to go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday, I think, is the warm-ups. So, I mean, we're going to get there like Thursday night. And it's $20 to get in, so I don't really think I want to get there Thursday and like just go in just to watch partial of the races. So we'll just wait Friday.
Yep.
And it'd be a lot of fun. So tomorrow I have to work, but the next day, Wednesday, we've got 2 Harley dealerships. There's actually 3 Harley dealerships within 100 miles of here. One's like 6 miles from me. The other one is like 12 miles from me. And then there's a bunch of small little places. And then they also have the Pink Palace, not to be confused with the Pink Pony that is a strip bar. So those of you who don't know about Memphis, so the Pink Palace, the owner of Piggly Wiggly, the guy who funded and founded Piggly Wiggly, was an adventurer. If you ever seen all these old cartoons where there's a guy in a pith helmet with a little blunderbuss shotgun and stuff, that is based on this dude because he was like a world traveler, and he would literally go around the world and collect things.
My mom used to work for Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, well, this dude got so enamored once he didn't have to work in the store and he could just leave and spend the money. He started traveling around the world just spending this money. And he was buying like dinosaur bones and sarcophagus and old pieces of equipment and everything and sending them back. And he kept building this. The Pink Palace was originally his house, his mansion. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because he had to have room to store all his stuff. He eventually bankrupted the company, spending all of the money buying all this stuff. So the board stepped in, relieved him of his duties, and said, okay, fine, you can't do this anymore. Here's a stipend. We're going to pay you so much a month, and you can go travel around the world if you want to, but you're no longer allowed to manage Piggly Wiggly. So they basically pushed him out of his own company. Rightfully so, because he bankrupted it. But this house now is a museum. He collected things for like 60 years, and they're all in this house.
And that's where we're going?
That's where we're going.
Oh, okay. This is so cool.
Yes. So and there's things there you would not believe. I mean, he has like miniature circuses in there. The first Piggly Wiggly store is in there, like little bitty old like canisters and stuff, and little jarred foods and stuff, and pig snouts and all kinds of crazy stuff. They sold back in like the 15s and 20s. But the whole place is a museum, and it's huge. It takes an entire. There's a medical part. There's a dinosaur part. There's an early Mississippi part. There's the like back in like the 1st and 2nd century, there were like pyramids basically in Memphis. Go figure that. Which is, if you guys don't know, it's weird. There's a Memphis, Egypt, and there's a Memphis, Tennessee, both named after the same god. Both have a pyramid in them. There's a pyramid in Memphis, and they actually. The early settlers all raised about the same time. So it's really weird that there's two places almost all the way around the world from each other who had the same past at the same time in period. So this would be great to look at. We're gonna have a very good time.
When you do Google Maps, it's always good to put the state in if you're just putting the name of a city in. And I have discovered this because sometimes there's one town and another town and they're only 150, 200 miles apart. That can be a drastic difference in your day. But there's a couple of other things I wanted to say. Layla, I am very sorry for your husband, and I cannot imagine the agony of having my motorcycle held imprisoned by a non-opening garage door. That is what the emergency latch is for. And I think it was Dragon that said something about making time getting down here. And it averaged about 500 and some odd miles a day, so not too bad a time at all. Yeah. So those are my things I want to say.
Yep, Diana had, I'm not sure what she did, but the whole garage door jumped off of the track and crashed down and broke. So one day I got home from work and I had to literally come through the garage and unwind the spring from the inside and try to open the garage door, and had to rebuild it from the inside.
Ooh.
That was a good time.
I have a good garage door story.
Go for it.
Way back in the day, my house was built in the 40s. Well, it's had a lovely cedar original garage door in that was kind of like the herk it up and down on your own, right? And so my Sportster and my shovel head were sitting in the garage. And my daughter's 53 split window pickup truck was sitting in the driveway. And she was going to warm it up so I could move it. And we were coming out of the car, and I didn't realize that my daughter didn't understand how a stick shift works. So she hops in the car, or the truck, to warm it up, and fires it up, and it crashes through the garage door. It runs into the back of my Sportster, pushes the Sportster about 4 or 5 feet, knocks it over. The shovel head wasn't touched. But anyway, my son and his friend had already gone into the house, and my daughter, after crashing through the garage door, was just screaming. And so my son and his friend went running through the house to the other door of the garage, went and picked up the garage door off my motorcycle, pushed the truck out, and we got that all squared away and taken care of. And I'm like, Where's Odessa? She's nowhere to be found. She's not in the truck. She's not under the truck. And she's in the middle of the street crying, I killed Mom's bike. And so my son and Todd, my other add-on son, they had pushed the truck out and they picked up the Sportster, and I was like, the only thing that happened to that tank of a motorcycle is it cracked the license plate frame. Yeah. But yeah, I had a new garage door put in.
They built them pretty good back then.
They did. But yeah, there was really no salvaging it though.
So yeah, Lala, professionals built my garage the first time. That's why it screwed up, because they didn't do it correctly. I did it the second time and did it perfectly. And now, when we first moved in, the garage would make a horrible noise opening and closing. Like it was just like going to explode. And then once I redid it myself, it opens perfectly fine now. No noise, no grind, no springing, no pound, no nothing. So say what you want to do about. Sometimes the only difference between a professional and doing it yourself is that someone's pretending like they know what they're doing.
I think there's also a lot of difference involved if you know it's something that's for you and you're going to be there. And because somebody that's just doing a job, they're like, yeah, whatever. They do the job, they slap it together, and they move on down the road to the next job.
Yep, I've had, when I lived in Chicago, it's against the law to change your own oil. You had to take it somewhere. You had to have it in a garage. You couldn't change it on the street. Couldn't change it in the parking lots. You had to have it in a garage. So I couldn't change it myself because I lived in an apartment.
Right.
And I would take it to Jiffy Lube, and twice on 2 different cars they cross-threaded the oil drain bolt.
Ooh.
And these are professionals.
Yep.
So I am more than happy to do my own oil now, no matter what it is, because I just don't trust people anymore.
Yep.
I had, when we lived in St. Louis, same thing. We moved into an apartment for a little while, and I had a Acura RSX, and the guy comes in and says, all right, we got your oil change, and your air filter looks good. And I'm like, oh, it does? He goes, yeah, it looks fine. I go, well, you didn't bring it in and show it to me. Oh, it was clean. I didn't bother. And I said, no, you took it out? And he goes, yeah, I took it out. And I said, really? Show me. I had a short air ram intake on it with a K&N filter. And to get to the filter, you literally had to pull the battery out to get to the filter cover for it. He goes out and couldn't even find the filter. And I said, you pulled the filter, huh? And he goes, well, I thought we did. I'm like, okay. You're full of shit.
There's a lot of chatter going on about motorcycles should be kept in the house, or they do fine in the house. Then there's no worries about the garage door. I can see that.
You can drive it out the kitchen.
Yeah. I mean, I threatened for ages to put the Sportster in my kitchen, but now that I have a roommate, and it's like, well, not going to happen. Which is too bad because I'm rapidly outgrowing my front garage.
Y'all, I have 4 motorcycles in my garage right now.
What a
Best
horrible problem
day
to have.
Ever.
And there is just space for the Road King. Just space.
Yep. I did some motorcycle poker today. I folded them and dealt them and I shuffled them and I got everything in there. It was great.
It's a 1-car garage.
It's not. It's
a 1.5 car garage.
Yeah, so I've got 4 toolboxes in there, an air compressor, the pull-up station, the dip station. I've got a refrigerator, the Kawasaki, the Sportster,
and parts.
Oh yeah, and I've got a pile of freaking fairings off of the Kawasaki. Yep. I've got a lot of crap in that garage right now.
Yep.
And a possum still hiding in there somewhere.
Possum?
Yeah. So.
Wait, what?
One day, how long ago was it? Maybe 5 years ago. It was in the middle of June. I remember this because there were June bugs everywhere in the garage. And I remember going out. I came in from work and I was like, oh my God, I got to sweep all these things outside. Go the next morning to go to work and there's no June bugs in the garage. There were dead ones all over the floor the night before. And I was like, they must have blown out. Maybe Diana swept them out while I was in the shower or something. Come back then the next night, more June bugs in the garage. Go to leave the next morning, no June bugs in the garage. But now there's little poops by the door.
Yep.
Little poops by the door. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, there's something in the garage.
Yep.
So I go in the garage, turn the lights off, sit there with a flashlight, and then when I hear something, I turn the light on, and it's a little possum about this big. He runs and jumps in the corner.
That's not a little possum.
Oh, for here it is. That's a little possum.
Fuck.
So I find him. So we have this trash can that had like the weed eater, the hedge trimmer, and the leaf blower in it. I look at the bottom. He's in the bottom, is having an absolute fit. So I pull everything out of it, like really slowly, because he's freaking out. And I didn't want him to hit the hedge trimmer and cut himself, so I'm like really, really slow. Pick the garbage can up, bring it over the edge, take it outside, I go to dump it, and he won't come out. And I look down his side, and he's like this, with his arms, his legs straight out, holding himself in the bottom of the trash can. So I just lay the trash can down, he finally crawls out, and I've got the flashlight, and he's like creeping across the floor. Every time I shine the light on, he freezes.
You don't
He's
see me.
creeping really slowly, and I'm shining the light, and he freezes. And finally, he gets far enough out that he takes off running. But yeah, he had been in the garage probably 4 or 5 days.
Aw.
And whenever I'd go to come in with the motorcycle, he'd freak out and run to the back of the garage. So I didn't see him until like 4 or 5 days later.
Aw.
But we finally got it out. So now, every now and then I'll go out in the garage, and if I see there's no bugs on the floor or something, I figure we've got a possum or a raccoon in there.
Yeah, the possums up where I live are usually about that big. We also have raccoons though, and the raccoons are really fat because I live in a sort of an urban area where there's like trash and stuff laying around by the side of the road, and apparently raccoons and possums love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Doug, don't give away my secret. Don't this.
Which secret?
He says I made room for another motorcycle.
Yep.
So this
know,
was my
right?
master plan the whole time, was to use GMA as an excuse to make room for another motorcycle.
I think I remember that discussion.
Now there's just an extra space in the garage.
Yeah.
Don't tell my wife.
It would be a crime not to. You do know she's in the chat, right?
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew. So we've got a box of stuff. We won't be doing this tonight. So tomorrow night, obviously I have the interview with Dashimoto. Wednesday night, when we get on, we're going to do a live. I'm going to interview GMA again Wednesday night. We're going to go through this because it's been 2 years, 2.5 years.
It has. Things have changed.
So we've got a box full of stuff to give away.
Yeah.
You can show a couple things if you want to.
Oh, sure.
Oh, and I've got a hat up there too. So I've got.
Ooh, this looks really cool.
So that is a fold up in a bag backpack.
Those things are handy to have in your saddlebags.
So me and the lady from Mississippi Law Tigers became really good friends, and now whenever she sees me, she gives me tons and tons of crap from Law Tigers to give away.
Oh, what else?
There's keychains,
Hey.
cozies. There's a do-rag in there. There's a Law Tigers do-rag.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of stuff to give away. So
Yep.
we're going to do that Wednesday night.
I've also got a couple of little books that I'm going to throw in.
Oh yeah, insurance card holder.
Yeah, these are actually really handy. What I do is on each one of my bikes, I keep these in my windshield bag, and I keep my registration in there and an insurance card. Well, I used to before I kept it all online. But anyway, the other thing I do is I put my emergency numbers in here, and I put a $20 bill tucked in the back. Shh, don't tell anybody. Because every once in a while, the girl needs some extra pocket change. Just saying. You want me to show anything else in here?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Digging around to see what else is in there. There's a chapstick from La Tigers.
It's still sealed. I did not lick it, I swear.
Oh, hey, these are cool. I actually bought one of these the other day.
These are gold.
Yeah, these are pretty cool. And what I did was I put a string on it because I figured if I was parked in gravel, I could probably reach into my saddlebag behind me and grab it, throw it on the ground, get it under the kickstand, to initially get my motorcycle to not fall over in the gravel. And then when I go to take off, still going to be in gravel, going to be sketchy.
Reel it in.
You grab the string, you pick it up, you throw it in your saddlebag, and be sure you latch your saddlebag after that. That is important stuff. Yep.
So Dragon Paradox, Colleen is our lady. She's a redhead, really feisty. And she does go down to Alabama every once in a while. So she does go down there and help out. She's actually one of the ones for that Alabama Law Tigers motorcycle they're giving away. She has been actually down there to the games down there, sitting on the bike and taking pictures. So she is not the lady for there, but she helps out a lot. So you've probably seen her at some of the events. If you've seen her especially on this side of Birmingham, you've seen her down there.
So it looks like Dry Heat Doug is getting a garage rabbit. When I was a kid, we lived on a farm, and it was so sad. We had bunny rabbits out beside one of the barns, and we had horses, and we grew hay and all kinds of other stuff. But anyway, we had a whole bunch of rabbits in these little rabbit houses, and apparently rabbits are not pets. Nobody told me this. My rabbit Midnight was very pretty. He was black. And I used to go visit him after school every day. Until one day I went out to visit and he was not there anymore. Little be known to me, he was dinner. It was sad.
Never make friends with the food.
No, this is not a good idea.
That's right up there with don't fuck the hired help.
Yeah.
Don't name any animals on a farm.
No.
It's very depressing.
Nope.
My sister had to learn that the hard way.
Oh.
So my mom's second husband was a farmer, a pig farmer. They had pigs, rabbits, chickens, and she would go out to the rabbits because they were so cute, right?
Yep, I agree, Doug.
And she'd pick
Rabbits
them up
are pets.
and name them, and then we started eating them, and it tore her up.
Yeah.
We bought a calf. And my stepdad's rule was don't name the animals. Don't name you can name the breed pigs because we keep those for a while, but don't name anything you're gonna eat. And
So what you call it, cat?
She called it Mark, and because it was a Holstein, and it had little spots all over, so she called it Mark because it had marks all over it.
Aww.
And he's like, don't name it. Don't go out there. And she'd go out there and pet it. He's like, don't pet it. We're going to eat it. Don't pet it. She goes, well, maybe we can keep it. He's like, no, we're going to eat it.
Never going to happen.
And
yeah.
she did not sway him one iota. We ate that cow.
Aw. Oh,
She didn't want, the first couple
sad
times
story.
she said she didn't want to eat it. And after that, she's hungry.
Yeah.
She's a Texas girl. Eat that steak.
I will not eat liver. That's a hard no in my book. I never fed it to my kids. My mother used to try to feed my kids liver all the time. And I remember back in the day when we didn't have any money, liver was cheap. I still never bent on that one. I did have to eat heart a couple of times because it was also cheap, but not the same texture as liver. Liver is disgusting and it's also a filter. So liver is not food.
See, that's why I don't eat green peas.
Why?
Brussels sprouts.
Texture?
Because that's what green peas were 10 cents a can when I was growing up. We ate
a
a lot
of
of green
those.
peas.
Yeah.
And
they're
the worst
mushy.
ones, the worst ones are the ones, what was it called? Veg-all.
Oh, yeah.
It was the green bean, carrot, and green pea mix.
Oh,
And some,
yeah.
some of them had cauliflower in it too. But I hate green peas because literally sometimes that was the only vegetable we had.
Yeah.
We had plenty of pig, had plenty of pork, had plenty of rabbit. As far as
Yeah.
vegetables, now we had a farm. We grew a lot of vegetables, but come late part of winter, you're down to canned food.
Yep.
And there was a lot of green peas because they're cheap.
I can remember eating some veg-all when I was at work release. And every night with dinner, you'd get the 3 mix thing, like the peas and the carrots and the lima beans or whatever the crap is.
Oh, the lima beans.
And never butter in it to make it any better. It was margarine, which was, ugh. Basically that's like eating oil. But anyway, so every night for 6 months, that was with dinner. So it was gross. So I don't eat that anymore either. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the lima bean ones. There's something else that I don't like to eat.
Texture.
They're too big for what they are. It's just a mouthful of mush.
Yeah. Did I tell you I rode on the pig trail today?
Did tell them about it.
Oh, hey, I rode on the pig trail today. I didn't even realize it. I was going up there and I was like, because I went, I'm doing the Harley Challenge stops, right? And so I was going to the OARC General Store, which is up in the Ozarks. What a surprise. You would think that I would have connected the two things, that if I'm going up in the Ozark Mountains, I'm going to probably run across the pig trail. But I'm rolling along today and I'm like, oh, Rainey pointed it out when I was doing a check-in and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I've ridden it before and it was cool, so maybe I'll see a different part. And I did. It was pretty cool. And so I'm rolling along today and I'm like, I went around, I think it was Turner's Bend or something like that. And when I was coming through a couple of years ago, the pig trail is one of the Harley-Davidson State Challenge stops. So I stopped and I couldn't find one of the scenic pig trail signs which they wanted. So I just stopped and took a random sign and took a picture and turned it in. They accepted it, which was cool. So anyway, I go up to OARC today, which is a different Harley challenge, which is the 15 for the year. More details later if you'd like. But so I rode all the way up to OARC. It's a cute little general store. They have stickers. And I went in and I asked the lady, well, do you have any stickers? And she's like, well, we have stickers for $2 here that somebody makes locally, and there's some $4 stickers over there. I'm like, you know which one I went with, right? I got the locally made $2 stickers, and they were pretty cute. But anyway, so I'm coming back out, and I went by the Turner's thing again, like I was just saying. And it was kind of steep and kind of switchbacky, and I really liked it. But man, when they said steep and windy, they were not kidding. What is this?
Another one.
Oh, very cool.
The one I put aside.
Hey.
Yeah, so if you guys have never rode the Pig Trail before, there's actually 4 roads that go into Rogers, Arkansas and Eureka Springs.
There's a lot of pig trails.
And they consider them all the Pig Trail. The more dangerous one is the one that goes from 40 up through OARC through, I can't remember, 27?
I rode that one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one that has 4 back-to-back 10-mile-an-hour hairpin turns.
Yes,
and
it
there's
does.
no guardrail. There's not even a shoulder. There's not even a white line to say, here's the shoulder.
Yeah.
The road just ends.
Yeah.
And you're sharing that road with FedEx trucks and 18-wheelers and flatbeds, and
Yep.
they will knock you off the road.
Yes, they will.
Ask Crazy Cooter. He's wrecked 2 bikes on that road.
I didn't have that information before I went up there. I would have gone anyway.
I told her it was shady, but she was thinking that stretch between like Rogers and Walnut Ridge.
I was also thinking you were meaning shady, like, the sun doesn't get through there.
No.
But
I should have said shiesty.
Yeah, shiesty I would have understood. I like a good shiesty road though. So, but yeah, it was fun. And did I die? No. But when I got through doing all that part, I get to the top of it, and it's like there's this big sign that says the road is very dangerous and twisty, and it takes you up further. And I'm looking, and this one goes like this and like this and like this on Google Maps, and this one goes up and like this and like this and like this. So I went to the one to the right that did the double backy weird shit. But yeah, it was a great road.
If you're by yourself on it, it's a pretty nice road.
Yeah.
If you're 2 up and have a lot of equipment on it, I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, the Road King is pretty well loaded down right now. So, but
We went to the tea kettle.
Didn't die.
And I wanted to take a picture off the tea kettle. And when I backed into it, and when I tried to put the kickstand on, I couldn't get the kickstand down. And that's when I realized the whole road was sloped.
Eek.
And I couldn't get my kickstand down because I was on the high side. Then I started doing that wobble thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we're just kidding.
Here.
Well, luckily, one of the guys that passed me earlier nearly shit himself. I told that story before. They had stopped because the dude nearly wrecked in one of the corners, so they pulled off on the little scenic bypass too to breathe, and they took a picture of us. But otherwise, I would have said, no, screw it, no pictures today. But the tea kettle is gorgeous to look over, but you got to get creative in parking. And I was on the big BMW, loaded down, and I had the pillion on it. So I was like, I'm not going to be pushing this thing around on this stupid hill.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
There
doing
were
this.
so many, and anytime you go on one of those scenic byways, there's always those little spots you could pull off. And there's a couple of things about that. If you're on a bike and it's tipped wrong, you're going to have a difficult time. And the other thing is, if you pull off at every one of those scenic overlooks, you're never going to make any forward progression. So those 2 things, when you combine them, make it rather difficult. And when I was in Nevada, like the video I just showed earlier, I had to have a picture of Mexican Hat for my Harley challenge. So I was like, I had kind of scoped it out ahead of time, and I knew it was a dirt road. So I'm like, well, I'm not pulling down in there on the Road King, because fully loaded, it's about 1,000 pounds. So I'm not doing that. So I sat by the side of the road and balanced on the bike, took my phone off the handlebars, held up the cover of the Harley Davidson thing, leaned back and took a picture. And you can just see Mexican Hat in the background and me and the handlebar of the bike. And they accepted it. So thank you, Harley gods. But yeah, there was no way I was going down in there, because at that point in time I hadn't put that many miles on it. So I was kind of ginger about where I would put it and not. I'm still kind of careful about where I will take the Road King, because it is a pretty heavy bike. But I think it's good to have that awareness, and I'm feeling quite a bit more comfortable on it now.
Cooper, who did you meet at Natchez Race Harley? I was there. I was at Natchez 5 months ago. Was it me you met, or was it somebody else? Jerry says it was too cold that weekend. Yes, it was. We rode there. On the way there, it was like 60 degrees. It was really nice. It was sunny, but it was windy.
Oh.
As soon as we got to Eureka Springs, it started raining, and it rained the rest of the entire weekend. We went to leave. I think it was 40 degrees the morning we left, Easter morning. Well, it was Sunday morning, but it was 40 degrees, and it was like everybody was leaving in the rain. And I had brought like 7 pairs of Indy Ridge gloves with me to show off because Steve wanted me to like pass them around.
Right.
I ended up giving them all away.
Hi, Serenity Kitty.
So, hi, Serenity. Sorry, I saw you, but I didn't say hi. I suck. I suck at this.
That's why there's 2 of us here.
That's
well,
why,
3 because Diana's out in the other room.
Sometimes if I miss somebody, she goes, "Hey,
Yep.
so-and-so's in the chat."
Yep.
And I have to say hi. So
To hell with AR in April. I kind of agree with that.
it's windy as hell. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's difficult to find an ideal time of year to ride cross country. And one of my friends, Fur, from back home, pointed out that I was the only person that she knows that doesn't consider a riding season back home. Because at home right now, a lot of people are winterizing their bikes. Oh my God, that scared me. It's a cat.
She wants attention.
That was a possum.
It's a possum.
But anyway, so she pointed out that I am not riding in typical motorcycle season, but there's really no way to figure that out because up in the PNW, there's a storm that just blew in. But when I left, it was not horribly good out. It was 50 degrees. And it was 50 degrees most of the days when I left. A couple of mornings it was 40 when I was hitting the road. But I've got 2 heated jackets and some long johns and some Indy Ridge gloves and heated grips and, some pocket warmers and blah, blah, blah. But there's no real ideal time because if you come in the summertime and you come down here to ride, it's freaking hot. I mean, I rode to South Carolina in July one year. Let me tell you, that was freaking miserable. Man, I probably won't do that again.
You were just going, so like when I would go up to, I've rode up to Columbus now 3 times.
Uh-huh.
And you leave here, it's 85 degrees or so. You get up there, the mornings are like 50 degrees. It's a huge swing. I remember, so when I went up to see Father Bauer, I was supposed to stay at like the Bloody Bones campground. I don't remember the name of it, but right before you cross from Kentucky right before you get to Florence. It's like the Bloody Bones campground or something. And I had brought a tent. I was gonna sleep outside. And as I was passing through, it started raining and it got down to 45 degrees. Now it's 45 degrees at 8 o'clock at night. So I'm like, there is no damn way I'm gonna stay in a tent.
Yeah, I'm
tonight.
not sleeping out in that crap.
No. So it just when you ride like this across state lines, you never know what you're going to expect, especially if it's in a valley or if it's on a mountain or even a hill.
I have rain gear and I always pack it on the top of everything because even though you can look off in the distance and see, well, there's a rain cloud and think about, I'll have time to stop and dig it out. You don't want to be digging rain gear out in the rain. And Doc, I see that you were talking about dropping a bike. I have dropped the Road King 3 times now. 3 times in the last year. Not recently, but I've dropped the Dyna 3 times in, I got it in 2015. So, yeah. Hi, kitty. You keep freaking me out, girlfriend.
What up, Razor Gator?
But, and gear does extend your season. And that is one of the things I spend a lot of time researching, Lala, is what kind of gear is going to make me comfortable for riding. Because I like to ride.
Every time I go for a long trip, I find the new way to do this.
Hi, Arkansas Razor Gator.
At the end of the trip, I'm like, yeah, this is what I need to do. I figured it out. I've found my nirvana.
And then you forget
and
before the
very next
time.
Trip, you're like, maybe I should try this.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, I guess it's, we're humans, we're adventurers, we're wanderers, we want to try new things. Even if something works perfectly, we're like, but what if?
But one of the things is I kind of know what does work. And so like when I'm taking off, I don't generally try a new thing. But like I discovered when my very favorite boots blew out finally, that I need to always have 1 pair of good boots that are breaking in, 1 pair that is perfect for riding, and 1 pair that's on their way out the door. I know it sounds a bit excessive, but I ride a lot and I want to be comfortable. And if your feet are miserable and uncomfortable, and I also like to get off and walk around and look at stuff, and you have to have comfortable shoes. I also carry a pair of those flat out shoes, you know, the kind with the big toe box, and they stuff down and they pack down really nicely. So yeah, there's that.
I am wearing a Fortnite shirt. I bought this as a joke. But so to what I do, so I'll go and pick up really over like the bargain bin shirts to sleep in, and I'll get them a size bigger where I can be comfortable in them.
Yep.
But that's what I buy to sleep in. I buy the cheapest shirts. I'll go to Goodwill and find a huge shirt that was a stupid saying on it. I'm like, that's my sleep shirt. Yep. I went here probably 2 or 3 years ago and I went on $6 t-shirts. And I bought a bunch of the stupid animal shirts, the ones that say like has like a porcupine that says Stabby Rabbit. It has a snake that says Danger Noodle. And what was that? Diana, my Pig and Saw got one with a ferret that says Slither Kitty.
Oh.
So I buy stupid things like that to sleep in because it's just for me.
There's one guy that comes to the camp out, and he had a possum last time I was there, and he has another possum. I think her name is Ellie, that he's bringing this camp out. He said.
Ellie's the one that was at the camp out today.
Oh well, then there's a different one this time.
Yep, this is Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite, but I thought it was the funniest thing.
It's also a $6 t-shirt apparently, which can't be discounted.
Trash Panda was one of them. Yep.
Yep. Don't pet the fart kitty.
The skunk was one, but it didn't call it a fart kitty. It called it something else. A no-no cat? A no-no kitty?
And Arkansas Razor Gator, no, you are not late. And I think Dry Heat Doug pretty much caught you all up. Nice job, Doug.
Yep. There was some talk about other things too.
Yeah. Mostly random weird stories about me traveling and crap, but you're going to hear those on my channel anyway. So.
We're giving away lots of Law Tigers memorabilia and stuff. Oh, and then there's this cool little...
That is actually pretty cool.
A wiping towel. I always keep a hand towel on the bike.
Oh, yeah.
For rain or for just, buffing out the helmet or something. It's easy to run the helmet under a faucet somewhere and then dry it off. Or if I got the sheepskin seat, it doesn't take much to dry it off, but the towel helps.
A friend of mine that when we're traveling, she has a full face helmet too, and if you're in the rain and you're walking around with your helmet on and you have your visor up like that, the rain can get in between, like on ours, the pin lock and the visor. So if you put this over the top of your helmet, simulate helmet here, the rain doesn't get in there, and then you don't have to worry about taking it apart later. Huh?
I've got 30 up there. Just grab one.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. I think they get the drift. Do you guys get the drift? Do you need a demonstration?
So I have my garage. You guys may have seen the video. I like the
fall weather too.
I have a ton of helmets in the garage. I have a ton of helmets in the studio.
Dude, you've got 5 helmets in here.
Yep. And then I've got more in the closet. Wow. I opened the closet up the other day, and there were more boxes of helmets that I forgot I even had. So I've gone through in
Rainey
the last...
has a huge collection of stuff in here.
I do have a huge collection of stuff.
He does.
That's probably my favorite piece.
More importantly, he has my sticker up over here.
I do.
It's in the way. His big head is in the way right now. Yeah.
I got that long ago.
I know.
I think I have one on this one too.
I think you have one of the early ones too.
Yep, the first ones I put on, so the edge are the oldest ones. So I got the original, this Indy Ridge sticker. Nobody has those. He only had like 50 made up and gave out like 10, and he's keeping the rest.
I have some of these that I got the other day.
Yep. So I've got a bunch of stickers there. I've got stickers of people who don't even have pages anymore.
I'm still trying to figure out who sent me those stickers the other day. There's a bunch of BDR stickers. Did you do that?
I have a Bucky sticker.
We're going to get more Bucky stickers.
I got a Bucky sticker.
That is cute, actually. He's peeling off. Aw.
That's it was on, they put it on a bag when I was checking out.
Oh, okay.
I'd never seen one.
Huh.
And next time I went back, they didn't have them.
I have one of his stickers too. Sky's the limit.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep. Hey, Gma, I have that sticker. Nice.
Yes, typical sailor. If I've got space, I'm going to put something in it.
Yep, that is true. Tell us how you keep the sun off of you. Dry heat. Yeah, okay. The way I keep the sun off me is I put my helmet on and I just hit the gas. Sunscreen. Oh. Yeah, well, I might have skipped applying it a couple of times today.
Most of you guys might remember the video. There was a song back in the '80s called "Wear Your Sunscreen," and it was a epilogue, or it was a speech given to
Oh, that was the high school
graduating
thing.
seniors.
Yeah, I loved that.
And it was called "Always Wear Your Sunscreen," and they used to play it
It's
every
true.
year in
Yep.
the '80s, and I
Yeah.
have not heard it again in probably like 30 years.
I love that. It's talking about, the little things in life that become the big things, and one of the big little things that becomes a big thing is wear your sunscreen. And people don't really realize it, but skin cancer can internalize and become all kinds of metastatic cancer, and it's just an example. Little things get to be big things. I often wonder, the stuff that we're doing right now, later on it's going to be a big thing.
I think at this stage of my life, the things I'm doing now will probably never metastasize.
I'm
It's
not
all the
worried
shit I
about
did when
that.
I was young that messed me up.
Yeah, I know. I tell people all the time, the things I've already lived through. I'm not really worried about drinking Diet Pepsi and the carcinogens in it. I don't care. I like it.
I got this far.
Yeah, I don't smoke. Don't do drugs. I eat all kinds of unhealthy food because it tastes good. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. But if you guys ever have a chance to listen to that, it's called Wear Your Sunscreen. But yeah, take a listen to it. You people who are not ancient.
I'll have to do a video and do it a demonetized one and just put it as background music while I'm writing. I think
Yeah,
that'd
that would be
pretty
cool because
find
I've got a whole bunch of. Thank you, Doug. That's so sweet. But I've got a whole bunch of just writing videos we could throw it on. Worked dermatology for 4 years. Doc, I bet it does get scary. I worked psych for 25 years. That was scary as hell. Yeah. Dry heat, Doug. How does she keep it from blowing off? I'm not even sure what we're talking about, Dragon.
The sunscreen? Well, that's what the helmet's for.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody
Oh.
else have the thing that happens to them at about 80 miles an hour after an hour where your nose starts itching
Yeah.
and it won't stop itching? So my Any Ridge gloves have, obviously they have the dermal path where you can do your
Right.
phone.
Yep.
These fingers are really rough. So if you ever see me doing
They
this in my helmet,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what
I
it's
found
for.
that out the other day because, my nose itches because I like to go fast. Ooh, nice. Thank you, Doc.
Oh, thanks, Doc.
But it was funny because I'm going down the road and it's I don't usually
Love you
wear
too, Doug.
I don't usually wear heavy gloves, to be total confession. So my usual gloves are very soft. So flip my visor up and I go to scratch the side of my face, and the whole side of my face got a good scratching because they're very touchscreen sensitive. I will say that for them. I didn't think they would work very well because they're pretty heavy, and I'm used to them now, but they felt pretty cumbersome at first. But they're touchscreen sensitive, and I can actually make my phone work with some hefty gloves on, which is nice. The gooch is the worst.
The vibrating? Yep.
Yeah. Lifeguard zinc nose block. Yeah, that would be funny.
Well, so I have my fanny pack on, and I keep a little tube of SPF 50 in it.
Yep.
And that's what I put on when I'm writing, just my
Yep.
cheeks and my nose.
Yeah.
Just because that's it always sticks out. We were talking about it earlier. It's
Yeah.
the chipmunk or the teddy bear nose.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how you
this
can
is a little
tell.
bit of rum too.
Ah.
Not a lot, just some. I don't drink when I'm riding, but at the end of the night when I get to my motel, I usually like to enjoy an adult beverage.
So the best thing about staying in Drury's is you get 3 free drinks a night.
Ooh.
And I usually bring a pimp cup with me, and I'll tell them just throw the 3 shots straight into my pimp cup, and I'll put some soda in it, go to my room, and I'm in it for the rest of the night.
Is that where we're staying?
No, we're staying
okay.
We're staying in the hotel that nobody believes me exists.
Nice.
Me and Dana went there. This was probably 3, maybe 4 years ago. We went to Barber for my birthday, and we pulled around the front, and I asked him if I could just park my bike under the awning, since there was a bunch of sports cars there and race cars because it was race weekend. And they're like, we can pull it in the lobby if you want to. And I look around, the lobby is full of vintage motorcycles.
Ooh.
And they had like in little cases, and some were just sitting out in the lobby. And I'm like, what the heck? Because it's right next to Barber, so it's like a Barber-themed kind of hotel. It's really pretty cool. And I'm like, no, my bike's got rain on it, and it's muddy and stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Well, I have the Princess Pass, and they usually have handicapped spots right by the front door, so we will opt for that.
I have only ever stayed. Oh, they let you park under the awning, but I've only ever stayed in one hotel that said no, I can't park under the awning, and it was. Which one was it? Yeah, La Quinta always lets you park under it. Holiday Inn always lets you park under it. Oh, it was the Drury in Nashville.
Beaumont let me park right under the awning, and which was nice. But I was at this one place, and he wanted me to park under the awning by the front door, right under a security window, and I'm like, or a security thing, and I'm like, okay, well, let me look at it. And I looked at it, and it's like, there's a ramp up, and it's bricks. It's all like landscaping bricks, right? And they've got sand between them, and so I'm like, and then there's a concrete pad a little bit over here, and he's like, well, I want you to park right here on these bricks in this pad, and I'm like, you know that when I leave in the morning, I'm going to be running right next to your door to get out, right? He's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, okay, but listen, if I can't make this happen, somebody's going to have to help me push this thing back, because I can't do it. He's like, oh, yeah, no problem. I'm like, okay. So, and then it was also, of course, on a bit of a slant. I'm like, So I went out there, and that was about the time that I caught hip to the fact that if you cock the wheels to the right and you stand up really hard on the running board on the right-hand side, you can get your bike up on a hill. So I did, and I was pretty proud of myself, and I made it without anybody having to rescue me. So, little wins.
I stayed in a Scott's Inn in Florence.
I've never heard of those.
Scott Inn in Florence, Kentucky. The guy let me park on the sidewalk right outside of the office where he could see it from the reception desk.
Yep.
And because I was like, oh, let me just park under the awning. He goes, no, pull up on the sidewalk. He goes, so it'll be right outside. I can look at it all night. The BMW always attracted attention. People love looking at that bike. Except for the lady in Nashville. Fuck her.
Yeah, fuck her.
Yeah. Well, then again, we also had a group of like 20 motorcycles, so...
Hey, Neil, how are you? I think Neil's new into the chat, right?
Nope. He's not.
Oh, my bad. But anyway.
Oh, excuse me. I was up at 4:30 this morning, so...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I do the Coppertone.
Yeah.
Or Banana Boat. Banana Boat is more sweat-free. But it is a little greasy, but it doesn't come off.
I get, I think it's Neutrogena, and they make this powdery stuff, and yeah.
Oh, actually, I bet you it's in my pouch right here.
Yep, probably.
Oh, here's my other knife I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
So, I won't tell.
I'm not going to tell either.
Here it is. So this is what I keep in my little fanny pack. Oh, this is like an...
Oh, I've seen those.
The Banana Boat Sport.
Yeah, those are nice. You can get them also in the little sample sections. Not sample, but the travel size stuff.
Coppertone has the ones that have a little clip on them, and you can clip them on your belt or clip them on your purse or whatever.
I hate doing that because then you got all this stuff flapping around on your fanny pack.
You don't like things dangling?
No, I don't.
See, I'm used to things dangling through my legs. You're not, so just like one other thing.
CeraVe does make some really good sunscreen.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time. Yes, they used to. Yep, Banana Boat Sport's what I got driving.
Yep.
And it works very well. I'm glad you guys showed up today. It was
Yeah.
really nice.
Thank you, everybody. What do you guys want to talk about? Anything?
Yeah, what you guys got going on?
How many? Yeah.
Oh, I also got to bring GMA Wednesday. We're going to go look at the Elvis bikes at Southern Thunder.
Oh yeah.
They've got a prototype bike they built for Elvis. They never got to give him, so they got to keep it. So the Harley Davidson dealer here used to be called Graceland Harley Davidson. And when the Presleys sold it to whatever group bought Graceland, they sued over the name, so they had to change the name of the Harley dealership from Graceland to Southern Thunder. But I've got a couple of the pins that still say Graceland Harley Davidson.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I've given them all away but one. I promised it to somebody who has never responded back to me after I told her I was going to give it to her, so maybe I can give it to somebody else. Maybe I can give that away Wednesday night.
That would be fun.
We'll see.
I brought along a couple of Harley Davidson poker chips from Washington State that we're going to give away, and a couple of little book things that I make. I also brought a video of the book that I want to give away because the book itself is this big by this big. It's a saddlebag book that I make, and then when I get home I'll mail it.
Can you touch the Elvis bike? Yes.
Ooh.
They also have a Mississippi Rebels bike there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the one is up on a turnstile. It actually spins around in the middle of the floor. You can like sit on this turnstile.
Layla, you want me to touch the bike for you?
Touch the butt. You guys got any questions for us? We're just hanging.
Yeah.
We're gonna also. I'm thinking about taking all the casting gear to Birmingham with us
That would be fun.
and casting from the hotel in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And we probably will not be drunk at all in the hotel.
No.
Probably.
Well,
not.
won't it be a Friday anyway? Aren't we going to be there
Yes.
on Friday?
We'll be there Thursday night and Friday night,
Yeah. That would be kind of fun.
and then drive back hungover the next morning.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't get hungover anymore.
You know, I don't
know.
really drink enough to get hungover. I mean, I drink enough just to be happy.
To lighten up and fall down, and then I'm fine.
Yeah. Do I wait and hope the Jedi can 3D print my part, or do I buy a pristine PC 800 in the meantime?
If you can find a PC 800 right now, I'd get it.
Yeah.
I saw one here a while back. I was looking to buy Diana a bike, and I was going to get the PC 800, and the guy that I was looking at, something was wrong with the windshield, and I kind of like, oh, let me think about it and come back. But the very next day, I called the guy that was sold.
Oh. I don't know, Doc. That's a close call. I mean, can you afford the pristine PC 800? I know that the Jedi is pretty much a Jedi, so.
I will tell you this.
Oh, I'd buy it.
$1,000? Oh, I'd buy it.
Yeah, I'd have been calling
Yeah.
like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, the only bad thing about that one, it is basically the Toyota Camry or
Yeah,
the Honda Civic.
36,000 miles.
It's
Still,
completely encased in
for
plastic.
$1,000, that seems like a pretty good deal for
Yeah.
a motorcycle that runs. Wow.
What could go wrong?
Yeah,
Where's
I
it
mean,
at? What's their number?
yeah. Let us check it out for you.
So I went with a friend of mine. This was probably 15 years ago.
Arkansas Razor. I put some feelers out for that in the P&W, and I've not heard anything.
Look on. There's always stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
There's tons of stuff on eBay. And eBay is more protected now than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah. I remember back then, it's like you paid your money and you took your chances.
Yeah. Now everything's backed up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So about 20 years ago, probably 20
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago, a friend of mine says, "Hey, what do you know about Yamaha Radians?"
Be right
I'm
back.
like, "Oh yeah, they're cool little sport bikes, little 4-cylinder sport bikes. They use them for racing. They're really cool bikes." He's like, "Well, somebody's got one for sale." I said, "How much is it?" He goes, "I think it's like $650." I'm like, "Oh man, let's go look at it." So we went up to look at it and got to this lady's house, and we're looking at it. The tires are flat. We brought gas, put gas in it, got it running. And he's like, "You think I ought to try to talk her down?" I was like, "I don't know. Ask her. See what she'll take less." Excuse me. I got up at 4:30 this morning. So anyway, he asked the lady, "So how much you asking for this?" And she says, $65. And he's like, "What?" He says, "Yep, I told my son that if he didn't come get it this time, I'm going to get my money back for having to re-register it for him." And he looks at me and he goes, "You think it's worth it?" I said, "If you don't take it, I will. I'll put it right in the back of my trunk right now and I'll take it." So he bought this thing, got it home. We bought carbs off of eBay. They were already synced for $50, put them on, and he rode the thing for like 3 more years. And he probably rode it further than that because after 3 years I moved and went up to St. Louis. But you could find some really good deals sometimes. Bleak stepped in. Yep, GMA just had to go to the bathroom, but she'll be back. She'll be surprised you're here. Yep, so GMA came to visit me, and we decided after her premiere we were going to jump on here and just see who's out there. She's going to be here for almost a week. I think she'll be here for like 5 or 6 days. So we're going to do the 2 days here, and then we're going to go down to Birmingham, stay there for 2 days, come back, stay another 2 days. My dad's catching up with me. Sorry, guys. You guys can yawn and fart and take your clothes off and stuff. So out in your underwear. We have to be on air, so we got to be sort of pristine. Okay. Nobody's going to know if you guys are yawning or not. Bleak's in.
Oh, nice. Do you want anything while I'm up?
Huh?
You want anything while I'm up?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Nope, we are just kicking it, hanging out here.
Hi, Bleak.
Yep, I'm going to try to get her some good barbecue while she's here. Take her to some flea markets. Take her to the one good Harley dealer and the other dealer that's okay.
Do you know that some Harley dealers are doing this express service thing now? And so some of them are reluctant to help travelers.
Wow.
Like, Bleak, has this been your experience? I was told at one Harley dealership, no, we don't really do that anymore. You know, I'm passing through, can you help me with this, that, or the other thing?
This one still does it here. This one has the travelers first.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, if they know that you're a traveler and you got SA plates and stuff, they'll help you first because it's
nice.
Main thing. Trying to keep people on the road. That guy that's got his bike in the shop getting serviced, it's gonna be there for a week. He's not riding that bike.
Yeah.
Somebody if it's covered in mud and dirt and bugs and shit, and they know that you're gonna want to keep moving because you ain't where you want to be yet. So they'll help a traveler first here.
Dragon Paradox is thinking about trying to ride up Sunday. That would be fun. Ride up to where, Dragon?
If you go up here, I'll take you to some of my favorite roads. We might be a little worn out after riding for 4 days, but we'll take you somewhere. We'll take you down maybe.
We'll make the push. It'll be fun.
We'll take you down church, take you to the back roads and things.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go down to the reservoir. That's always worth looking at.
Yeah, let us know.
We were going to try to, instead of hanging around here, we were going to try to go to Jesus Christ, Clarksdale. And I was going to show her the crossroads and show her Abe's barbecue, and where the crossroads is where Robert Johnson allegedly sold his soul to the devil.
I gotta see that.
So
I don't have one to deal with, but it'd be fun to see where somebody else did the deed.
We may skip the other Harley dealership.
Okay.
Go to Southern Thunder.
I just have to do a drive-by so I can do the check-in. I don't have to actually physically stop in there.
It's only if we go, we're going to eat lunch at Abe's. I mean.
Okay, well, I mean.
It only takes like an hour and a half to get there.
The deal with the Harley dealerships is, I just need a picture and I can do the check-in on the fly. But if I do a picture with the book and their name, I get an extra 100 points, and they pay me for that at the end of the year.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So we're going to Crossroads, eat at Abe's.
Yep.
Abe's is another one of those places we were talking about earlier, the steak place.
Oh, yeah.
I went in there and I ordered pulled pork slaw sandwich with French fries and a Dr. Pepper. She brought me a pulled chicken sandwich with slaw on the side and an iced tea.
Okay.
You get whatever the lady wants to bring you. And we were talking earlier about the movie where they go to this little restaurant and the woman says, "We got steaks." He's like, "Pardon?" He says, "We got steaks. You're eating here, you want T-bones. Nobody orders anything here but T-bones." He goes, "Some motherfucker came in and ordered a salmon. Who's going to order a salmon in a restaurant in Texas?" It's like, what else do you want? What do you not want? He goes, "What do you mean what I don't want?" He goes, "Well, do you not want the beans or do you not want the corn?" He's like, "I don't want the corn." The other guy goes, "I don't want the corn either." He's all right. And so for drink, the guy goes, "Oh, can I have a?" She goes, "You're going to have an iced tea."
I like
yes,
steak
ma'am.
too. Yeah. Bleak, I had questions about as far as shipping a Harley, and I'll talk to you on a sidebar at some point, but I'm looking for a dealership that I can ship my bike to, and where there's somebody that I know that'll be there to keep an eye on it once it gets there. And I was thinking about your dealership, because It's not that I don't enjoy riding cross country, because I do, but let's face it, the middle country is kind of boring. And after a while, somebody's going to catch me doing, well, questionable speed.
You just gotta rein her in.
I know, that's so difficult.
I love that this bike has cruise control. I will never have another bike without cruise control.
I would have so many tickets because I was trying to figure out how the cruise control worked, so I figured that out before I left, and then I was like, oh, with all these police ahead alerts I'm getting, it would be really smart if I went ahead and just set my cruise control for 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. So I did. But then, you can still crank on it and it doesn't kick the cruise control off.
It comes back down to it.
Yeah. You have to actually hit the brakes before it'll physically knock you out or push the button.
Now the BMW, you could roll back on the throttle and it would cut the cruise control. I don't know if this one does it or not.
Mine doesn't do it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you've got to actually tap the brakes or push the little button. But yeah, I
hit the clutch.
Yeah, well that too. But it's like I am. We're gonna say that I was like 25 or so above the set speed. I'm trying to not incriminate myself here.
That's why you gotta let go of the right every once in a while and just drive with your left hand, just to make sure that you haven't done something incredibly stupid.
Yeah, that too. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really loving the Road King. In case anybody wanted to know, I like it. It's so much more comfortable as far as cross-country traveling. Not that I don't love my Dyna, because I do. That is always going to be my bike. I love it. But the Road King, when, we were talking about the wind earlier, and when I rode through wind on the Dyna, it blows me and the bike all over the place. But when I'm riding through wind on the Road King, it blows me all over hell, but the bike just stays right where I point it, which is kind of interesting and unusual to get used to. But yeah, so that's it.
And of course, you guys know I love the Street Glide.
Yeah.
So I was looking at GMA's bike next to mine, and literally from like the steering neck back, they're the same bike.
They are.
Except for the strap down the middle
Except
of the tank.
mine's kind of ugly.
And then, but the forward, yeah, it's got different, the what'd you call the lights on the front of it?
It's Hiawatha style lights.
Hiawatha style lights.
Bleak, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the two great big headlamps and then the two orange ambery lamps, and there's a flip switch underneath the nacelle to turn it on and off. I know all the terms.
I still haven't figured out how to turn my LEDs on the bike, so I'll probably just take them off because I can't figure out how to make them come on.
But yeah, it is wonderful in the corners, fully loaded. And it's like I was saying earlier, I weighed my bags before I left, and I wanted to make sure that I was running the same amount of weight on either side in my saddlebags, because I've got big ass saddlebags. And so it's wonderful in the corners. And even on the pig trail, where the corners were really tight, if there was any problems with overrun in a corner, that would be user error, not bike error.
Yeah, I was surprised actually how nimble that Street Glide was.
It is amazing once you get them going.
Yep.
Now, slow speeds, again, user error. I don't feel entirely comfortable at slow speeds. I'm getting better. But the thing is, these bikes want to move, and once you start messing with that by going slower, the bike wants to respond by taking a nap. So my thing is, I'm not going to go slower.
I have learned to do it like doing 180s.
Yeah.
It's harder. It's actually easier to 180 the BMW, even though it weighs 100 more pounds.
Right.
But you just got to compensate.
Right.
Take it slow. Don't overcut your corner.
Yep.
And make sure you got enough room to turn it.
Yeah.
What's the old song? Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this bitch around.
Yeah, it's true. It really is. It's like, because, I like to back my bikes in when I'm at home so that I don't have to dodge cars on my way out, because now that I have a roommate, there's a car in front of my garage door and there's a car next to my garage door. Well, we park the one in front of the garage door back a little bit so I have room to maneuver. But like the Road King, it'll take me a couple of tries to get that thing turned around, because it's pretty big. But the Dyna, again, it's experience. And it's a lot easier to turn around and back in. But, yeah, the Road King, not so much. But I never used to bother with trying to back the Road King into a curb to park it, but I'm feeling more comfortable and able to do that now, and I have successfully back-end parked the Road King many times on this trip, so I won't always do it, but
Yeah, the Sportster is like driving a BMX with a motor on it.
yep.
It weighs almost nothing. Compared to the 950-pound BMW and the 870-pound Street Glide.
Yeah.
That
Your
Sportster
Street Glide
weighs
weighs 870?
I believe so.
I
It was
think it's
840.
higher. I think it's more than that.
It was 840. It was. I remember it was like.
'Cause that's about what my dyno weighs.
Really?
Yeah. You might want to check your dry
I'll
weight.
have to look it up again.
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
I remember
Hey,
being
sick
like
bastard, how are you?
I remember being
Hi,
like 100
Rowdy.
pounds less. I don't know what I do on my phone now.
And Arkansas Gator, I ran my rear tail light, brake light through the seat. Didn't want to drill holes. I feel you. When I was running some power to the handlebars for my Dyna, what I did was I used the plug-in part for the battery tender, and I did an extension cord, and I put it all up on top of the tank, and I ran some electrical tape along and tacked it down, and then I zip tied it to the handlebars. And it worked really well for, I'm going to say about 40,000 miles. Yeah.
Zip ties are great.
I love me some zip ties, man. Now I'm wondering about that dry weight too.
Rowdy, what's up? Well, I would look it up if I had my phone. I guess I left my phone out
I'll
there.
go grab my phone. Now I'm curious.
I'll probably be wrong.
I'll be right back.
Rowdy, have not seen you in a very long time.
I know. So nice to see him in
I
there.
think he's been in the last 2 years. I think he's been in 2 of my chats, maybe 3.
Oh, wow.
Good to know you. Good to see you. So she's going to fix this once and for all.
Yep.
If I was smart, I'd use the other page
Yeah.
on my tab, but it'll probably...
Okay, so what kind of bike do you have?
2023
Okay.
Harley Street Glide.
Harley Street Glide dry weight. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, 837.
Okay, 837. Okay, now let's check the Dyna. 2015.
I think my
Dyna
Sportster weighs like 40 pounds.
dry
Now, I remember telling somebody it weighed like 400 or 500, and somebody's trying to tell me it weighs 700. I'm like, there's no damn way.
Whoa, 696 pounds. Dry weight.
Now you look at Sportster up.
Okay.
2021 Sportster.
2021 Sportster. Dry weight. 564 pounds.
500 pounds, yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Well, it's 500 pounds less than the BMW. That's why the Cano's so much better. 350 less than the Street Glide. So, yeah.
There's some pretty hefty bikes.
Yeah, they are.
I know that my my Road King loaded, my mechanic told me would be probably about 1,000 pounds, and I don't think he was all that wrong. Did you see those bags
Closer,
I hefted
yes.
off the back of that thing?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. But, you know, realistically, I feel pretty good about, I didn't pack a lot of extraneous stuff because you notice it's all saddlebags in that one overnight bag and a cooler.
Yeah, I thought about getting the saddlebag inserts to put my stuff in.
Oh, dude, game changer. You got to get them. Go check mine out. They're great.
I got them in my wish list. I
Yeah.
might go ahead and grab them.
I think they were like 40 some odd bucks on Amazon.
They had the Kimimoto ones, and they had, it wasn't Tortec, it was something
Don't
else.
get those. Don't get those.
No.
Because the ones I've got have orange liners and you can see
Oh.
everything in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll get a link for you. Yep. Picked up my 21 with a broke collarbone. Thank God it's light. Doc, I feel ya. I've not tried to do anything with a broken collarbone because I've never had one, but I have a hinky neck, so I'm usually pretty ginger about what I try to do. Neil, you retracted a message.
He must have thought better about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
I
picked
have
up
those moments too.
I picked up the BMW with a concussion and a busted back ball.
Is this the whole ice
On the
thing?
ice. On the
You're
ice,
an
yeah.
idiot.
I was just, well, you know what? I have a reason.
You had a concussion.
I had a
You weren't
concussion.
thinking in your right mind.
And I went back and looked at that video afterwards, and I didn't think
Yeah.
about it at the time, but I didn't know what street I was on. I didn't know which way to go under the red light. I was like, I was
Yep.
lost.
Yeah.
And my dumb ass gets home, and first thing I'm thinking is, well, now I got to take the truck to work. Yeah, I got to get to work.
Yeah.
And then once I got to work, the adrenaline wore off, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to work. And so then I went to the doctor.
Yep.
And promptly had a freaking seizure in the emergency room. You
And
want to
tears
get
came
somebody's
out of my
attention in an emergency room, have a seizure.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. They jump
Yeah.
all over you.
I remember one time I was on my Sportster, and I left town in the rain, Tacoma, big surprise, to go to a party in the rainforest and camp. Friend out there already had camping gear. I was a lot younger back then. So we're going over a bridge. It's a wooden bridge. It had been raining in the rainforest 4 days. And I went across the wooden bridge, and the Sportster went ring, ring, ring. And I got off the ride about halfway through. And the Sportster came to rest on my foot, and my foot was in this little concavity on the side of the wooden bridge. And the Sportster peg was sitting on top of my foot. So my buddy I was riding with saw what happened apparently, stops, comes back, picks the bike up. I'm sitting there and I'm trying to decide if I want to cry, cuss, or pass out. And he's like, get up and walk it off. I'm like, well, that's what my dad always said, so I knew that was my intention anyway. So I hop up and I'm like, my fucking foot. Oh. So I can't really walk on it, but you know, we're out in the middle of nowhere. And so he's like, get on the bike, let's go. It doesn't seem broken. You can ride it out. I'm like, what do you mean ride it out? We're going to a camp out. It's just down the road here. So we continue on to the camp out. I park the bike, check the bike over again. And by this time, we started drinking as soon as we got to the campsite. And by this time, I'm like, my foot hurts like a motherfucker. So I go in and I take off my shoe and I look at my foot and it's purple and it's getting bigger. So I did what any smart woman would do. I took some duct tape and I duct taped the shit out of my sock and I stuffed my shoe back on and I took a little nap and I got up the next morning and I rode it out. And again, let me just say, don't ever follow my suggestions as a good idea. Ever. Probably one of my worst. I still have foot problems to this day.
I've learned in the last 55 years of being alive that sometimes the coolest things are the things that are going to fuck you up the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Don't try to be cool, try to be smart.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the guys all thought, oh, chick on a Sportster, because this is back in the 80s. You know, women didn't ride back then. And they certainly didn't do the kinds of things I was doing even back then. But, yeah. Oh, Doc had a milk crate on the back of the bike. Oh, he hit a deer. That's what happened with his broken collarbone. He hit a deer. And you know, I am a big fan of a milk crate on the back of a motorcycle, and I've done that before. And Doc, I don't have an older brother anymore. I lost him in '82. He left me a beautiful Sportster though, and a lot of great memories.
I'm attempting the best as I can to be a good surrogate brother.
You're doing a good job, buddy.
I'm here for you.
You're doing a good job.
I have come so close to hitting deers, turkeys, owls. Nothing scares me more on the road than a turtle.
Really?
Everything else goes kind of squish.
Oh yeah, it seems like they would slide.
Turtles slide.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hit a bird one time. My daughter said it was eating roadkill. I don't know, because I don't have any recollection of it. Apparently I was going so fast that I didn't notice it.
I hit an owl.
Ooh,
I used to work at a Corral plant where they made the Instant Pot plastic stuff. And I saw it fly up and I thought it was a garbage bag, so I was like, oh, okay, I just kind of ducked my head out of the way. And when it hit, it went poof, and then I saw the feather marks. So if you hit a bird, birds' feathers are very owly. Or oily, and it left oil marks across the windshield and these feather imprints on the windshield. I'm like, holy shit, I hit an owl. I felt really bad about it, and I went back and tried to look, and he had gone off. So I don't know if he went off to die or if he just said fuck that guy and left. But it was a freaking owl.
Doc, I hope to never be in a position to hit a squid.
Yeah, don't hit a squid.
No.
You've already fucked up if you're hitting a squid. You've already done something wrong.
Yep. Weirdest animal strikes and go. Dry heat, you want to start us out with one? His is a bat helmet. Okay. Anybody else hit an animal? You want to tell us about it? We already know that Doc hit a deer. And dry heat apparently hit a bat. I hit a bird. Rainey has already pretty much hit everything under the sun. Neil, have you hit anything yet? Oh.
Nope, I've never.
Oh, is that a Navy reference thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My brother was in the Navy. Did I tell you that? I told you that before.
Yeah.
My dad, my uncle, and my son were actually also in the Navy. Owl in a big truck. Aw.
I will tell you this: it's true what they say. Don't try to swerve. Just hold the throttle steady and go.
Just lean into it.
And if anything, accelerate, because it'll raise your bike up, and the front wheel won't eat it as much.
Yeah.
That the front wheel is more susceptible to impact than the back wheel. So if you can get the front wheel coming up a little bit, take some of that weight off of it, let the back wheel take off.
Oh, that's a good point. I never would have thought of that. I almost hit a deer one time.
I wouldn't say wheelie, but
yeah.
Don't try to wheelie over an armadillo. It's bad juju.
Oh, Dry Heat, you are sick. Big ass bird attacked and killed his horn bracket. Ooh.
That reminds me of a joke. What's the last thing that goes through a mosquito's mind when you hit it?
His brains?
Its asshole.
Oh, that is gross.
Anyway.
We hit the bear in the 20. Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I saw a video of a bear that got hit by a truck, and the bad thing is they don't die. They suffer for a really long time before they die.
Yeah.
So every once in a while they'll trank them and bring them in and rehabilitate. If you hit one in a park, they can rehabilitate it. Out in the wild, they're just kind of done for.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yep. I'm excited about the motorcycle museum.
I am too. I'm thinking I'm gonna skip work tomorrow. Just go fuck off.
No, you're not. You can't. You're in charge, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Let's go stick it to the man.
Yeah, sure.
What movie was that? Was it The Office?
Oh, I've never really watched.
No, it was
The
Ally
Office.
McBeal, where the boss was like, "Yeah, let's stick it to the man," and the secretary is like, "You are the man. You own the company." He's like, "Oh, I know."
I used to work swing shift when I was working at the psych hospital. So all of the popular TV shows I always missed. You know, like ER. I just finished watching that. What other ones? Grey's Anatomy. I never watched that just because it never really interested me until recently. Drew Carey. Is there any Drew Carey fans out there? I love Drew Carey. He's so funny. Turned around and went under. The trooper had to use his gun for the first time. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Aw. He was probably excited. But yeah, I had a great ride down though. It was surprisingly cold. I thought that once I got over into the Joshua Trees area, it would be warmer. But not so much. I was leaving, well, I was getting up in the mornings to leave, and my plan was to leave at 7 and see how many miles I could make every day, just because I like to do that. But I don't like to get up and leave in 30-degree weather, because that's a great way to find an icy spot, in my opinion. So I was waiting and kind of watching the app, and so usually it had me leaving at about 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning, which is actually a lot later than I like to leave. And it makes me nervous riding through the desert, even though it was not hot in the afternoon even. But I remember last time I came down, there must have been a weird atmospheric thing going on last time, because by the time I got to Joshua Tree, it was really hot. So I expected that this time. It didn't happen that way. Doc, it is really cool out there. There's all these weird spiky, well, Joshua trees out there.
Yeah, I gotta go west.
Yeah,
someday.
you really do.
I gotta hurry up and retire or win the lottery, one or the other.
I
And
mean,
start traveling.
honestly, one of the reasons I like traveling so much is because there's just so much here to see. And there's a lot more stuff to see back here than there is out west because, well, this has all been around here longer. So there's cooler historical stuff. The land itself is not, in a lot of ways, that much different. Like some of the rides I was doing today, like on the pig trail, the trees, there's a lot more deciduous trees instead of the evergreens. But we have roads like the pig trail at home and just as twisty and in just as crappy a repair. And I'll be happy to take you on those when you come see me. But yeah, I'm really glad that I retired early because you can't really get that time back.
Yep, rub it in.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, I've got 3 more years till I get my full military retirement.
Nice.
And then I've got a bunch of 401ks. I'll work somewhere and never take the money out of the 401k, and I'll just leave it in there. So I've got like 4 401ks now.
And see, that's what I did too when I was working at the hospital. I maxed out my 401k when I realized, oh, hey, found money. And because they match it when you work at the state. And so they matched it. So when I retired at 52, I started trying to figure out how to keep the money. And I've been fairly successful in my head anyway.
Tax brackets.
Yeah, I have a great tax lady. And she should be really good because I pay her like stupid money every hour. But yeah, it's like every year she gets me money back for my LLC and I get to go ride and do stupid stuff. Oh, let me talk to you about my YouTube channel. Oh, tax deduction. Yeah.
I need to start doing that for a lot, like all my gas and the
Have you done an
hotels.
LLC yet?
Yes, I did.
Well, then that's all tax deductible, my dear.
Oh, I know it is. I've been pulling some big deductions,
Okay.
and but what I keep forgetting to do is like gas receipts.
No,
Food
gas receipts are not the deal. Mileage gets you more money. You should track your mileage every month. And then you do that.
She did my mileage.
Well, then
Okay,
don't
so
worry
it
about
doesn't
your
matter.
tax. Don't worry about your gas receipts. I mean, the only way it factors in is if there's some kind of tax that you're paying on top of your gas money. But she told me not to worry about that stuff and just keep track of the other stuff.
Yeah,
Like
that's-
the meals, the entertainment, travel expenses, client gifts, charitable donations, medical stuff. My dog is a comfort animal, and my cat's a therapy cat.
My wife is a comfort animal.
There you go,
I already
see?
get a deduction for her. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like, like the tags on both of the bikes and the car, they're all deductible, all that stuff. Yep.
Yep, another 3 or 4 years, I'll get my 401k, my Social Security, my retirement. I'll be sitting pretty good.
And I think, Doc, the trick about the 401k is when you start taking it out, you can't take like a whole crap ton of it out at once, which is where I screwed myself a couple of times. I took out large chunks of it when I had medical stuff going on. And I've since paid it back, but you take out a small sum every month, and that's what I'm doing anyway. And that's in addition to my state retirement and my Social Security. So I'm taking my 401k. Yeah. And then the rest of it I'm just hiding out for when I want to go to Europe.
Well, I do my tires and stuff, and the oil changes, and all of the maintenance
though.
on it.
Yeah.
Because that's counted not as maintenance, that's counted as entertainment for the channel.
Well, it's
'Cause I
also
record
counted
it
as a
all.
travel expense, and that is a deduction.
Well, I record it all, so it's also
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yep.
So I've claimed the cameras. I've claimed
Yep. I
the
claim
audio
all
equipment. I claim my subscription to Premiere Pro. I
Yep.
claim my interest. So this stupid bank, until you get a shitload of money in it, you have to pay $10 a month for a processing fee. So I'm claiming that.
That's deductible.
And then
Yeah.
my yearly.
Your clothing is deductible.
Oh, I have not been doing. Well, I do
Yeah.
things like jackets and the boots and stuff.
Yeah.
But I get all my boots for free now, so I don't get to.
I
claim
take
them.
all. I deduct all of my clothing.
Well, my boots I get from Indy Ridge are free, so and then the gloves are free. If I
They
didn't,
don't know that you get paid back for them.
cover the microphone.
I know. I claim all of mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to go. Good to go.
Yeah, nobody cares.
All right, you guys got any last minute questions? Some of us have to get up and go
Emotional
to work in the morning.
support Harley. Oh, poor thing. The
Don't worry.
world's largest
I'll wake you up.
violin.
You haven't heard my bike run yet. It might be louder than yours.
Oh, I don't think so. Physical agility rehab BMW. I like it. Except for nobody here has a BMW.
Not anymore.
No.
3 Harleys and a Kawasaki in the garage. The Power Wheels is gone. I got rid of the Power Wheels.
What a rough life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, thank you for hanging out with us. We've really enjoyed chatting with you. And we're going to do this again Friday, okay?
And don't forget to come back tomorrow night for Dashamoto.
Yeah.
Dashamoto will be on tomorrow night. She's very excited. We're going to have a really good crowd tomorrow.
I'll be
you
in
guys
the chat
don't know
tomorrow
her.
night.
I had her on a lot earlier. Me and her got on the chat and was talking about tomorrow. She's super excited. She used to work with Bleak out at Big Barn Harley. So and she's very interesting and cool. She is so down to earth and awesome. I encourage you guys to show up tomorrow. It's going to be 6 o'clock Central because yeah, she's
We're in
got
Central
live.
time now?
We're in Central now.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, so she wants to knock it out as early as possible. So we're
I
going
really
to do it at 6
Okay.
o'clock tomorrow
All right.
night.
I'll be
Okay,
ready.
Yeah, I told her it usually runs 2 or 3 hours, and she's like, let's start early. And I said, okay, let's do it.
We'll have snacks on board.
All right, guys, let us do old number 6.
Bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Go down below. Wrong one. Now we can go. All right, go down below, buy a t-shirt, buy a mug, buy a coffee cup. Get into my Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, it helps me make videos. It helps me bring people over where I can feed them when they come to visit me. So,
Oh yeah, subscribe to my channel too.
and
if you haven't
subscribe to
done
her.
it.
If you didn't watch her video earlier, go back and go watch her video
Watch
again.
it now. It's terrible, but watch it.
Yeah. See you guys on the next one.